Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic, and this is another reaction to That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. It is episode 16, and you know what to do as always. If you want to see the reaction, just go down into my descriptions, follow the links, replace the parentheses dot parts with real dots, and enjoy. Once you've done, feel free to come back here and hear me out about this episode. So, see you soon. For those that came back, welcome back. Now, what an episode. I mean, it feels to me very much like we skipped a lot of time now. I mean, in the beginning of the episode, there was this 2 days later moment, but then the city has like grown in a huge way. I mean, they have stone streets, they have completed houses now, and that is something that wasn't the last episode. One of you mentioned in the comments last or second last time that they are skipping a lot of time here in these next episodes and are not always saying so. They're not always showing it. So it might be this is one of those first skips, which you can only see by the development of the city. However, apart from that, there happened a lot in the meaning of, well, new joined allies or subordinates. And I'm not only talking about her here, about Milim. Milim it is, right? Yeah. Milim. I have to write it down correctly. But I'm talking about what happened in the beginning of the episode. So, the Dwarven King brought us Vesta over, who was banished from the kingdom. So the question is, did he get him outside of the kingdom somewhere and then brought him here? So did he track him down? Or was Vesta trying to get back into the kingdom and was catched while doing so? I would guess it's more like the first one. It is a weird thing to have someone like him who in the past, well, was not the nicest guy in the boat on our side. But I remember this episode very good, and I remember that Vesta was clearly crushed about having been banished from the kingdom. So he did wrong things, but he really did it with loyalty. So he was, well, how, you know, with the words of Will Wheaton, don't be a dick. He was not a dick. He did it for, in the belief it was the right thing. He used the wrong ways of doing it, and towards others who are not the king, he was very mean and, well, something that he will have to change. Now, he's gifted, kind of gifted to Rimuru, and due to the fact that the Dwarven King states, this is your chance, and I want from you that you study here. Seeing the loyalty that Vesta had in the past, it is nothing that you could say no to. He would clearly agree on that. He had to. And it is like a second chance he's getting. Or third or fourth, who knows. So that's one thing. No question he has a lot of abilities. He seems to be a very capable researcher from what we have heard now. And possibly in the future there might be a lot of good things coming out of it. But still, it takes a bit to get someone like that back in who has proven in the past that he can be a problem. So it's about second chances and hoping. Seeing that Kaijin, who was the one that always had trouble due to him, was talking in his behalf, was not only that, he was vouching for him. He was saying, if it goes bad, you can blame it on me. I mean, that's greatness there. So surprising. That was the first one. The second one, Gabiru, who is banished as well from the Lizard Kingdom, if you call it kingdom, from the lizards at least, and he joins in and is accepted because his sister speaks for him. Okay, well, they're of the same blood, so it's partially something I understand, but then he did some stupidities. But we've seen in the last episodes when he was the leader of the lizards that he, same as Vesta, did stupid things, but did it for good reasons, you know, really believing he could do better. So it always was about power for both of them, but they always believed in something greater and that they wanted to help, and they just went overboard. That was a problem. So Gabiru is in as well. Second chances. And talking about kind of second chances, we have her now, who is a demon lord. So she became that because she was kind of bored, and it seems to be a thing in this world. And she has like a second chance now as well with Rimuru to have a happy and joyful life. So seems to be what this episode is about mainly. Second chances. We got the sister in as well of the Gabiru, so we had Rimuru naming people. So there happened different stuff. So one thing, you can rename people. He named Gabiru again the same name. So I guess it is possible to like improve the power level of the named person even more. I guess it's a difference if some person with less power names you than let's say a high-ranked demon lord or someone like Rimuru. So I guess his power level went up a little bit there in this moment. And he named the sister and the other lizards, and they completely turned into humans. They look like humans. Let's face it. I didn't even get it that they were these people. I thought like, hey, some are humans joining in wherever they are coming from. I did not think about that in this moment until it hit me. I guess you realized it. So that's a bit strange. But as was discussed before, they change into... Everyone he names changes into a version that looks a bit more human normally. Because that is what he was, and maybe partially still is inside somehow. So they are trying to plant some herbs, especially healing herbs in the cave, which makes sense because there were some of those growing. I'm not sure. I guess there should be some left, which they can cultivate. Because I think, although Rimuru stated he ate them all, I would kind of guess that a little bit is left somewhere, so you can grow them. But that takes time, that takes a lot of work, so we will have to wait for that. And Wester will try to make potions out of it, which are better than the normal ones. Not reaching the potential of Rimuru's, I guess, but at least some really good healing potions, and that will inspire trade, will give you something to trade for, you know? That's the one thing. Like the first part of this episode was more really about how we grew as this alliance, what they are creating, and the city was always meant to be the hub where manufactured goods are created. So that's starting to move on. And then we met our little demon lord here in the game. So there is this, and that's a bit strange. So if I think about demon lords, I always see like, I don't know, Diablo or stuff like that. Big wings, leathery kind, maybe horns, hellfire and stuff like that, and wanting to destroy everything, you know, take over this world and bring doom and destruction. However, we have seen her and 3 others who are more like, they look more like an adventuring party or something like that, you know? They could have been in a town of humans and be the adventurer guild there, or something like. It felt more like that. And seeing how she is speaking about demon lords, and that they're messing with each other in the meaning of battling against each other, it seems a bit more like that you can acquire it like a ranking. So that if you are good, you will be promoted to soldier, then you're promoted to soldier captain, general, and if you're really, really good, you will become a demon lord, because you're very powerful. So it seems like that more. Which tells us a lot about her and her power. 10 times as tough. Holy heck. So she jumped there in a blink of an eye, you could say. She was so fast. Just wanted to say hi. You know, I wanted to check you out, say hi, and what's going on here. So, seeing how strong she is, I think we can be very happy that no other demon lord really took an interest yet, and she kind of told to the others, keep away, it's my play thing. And she even mentioned it, that there's like a toy she can play with. Seeing that she's 10 times the power of Rimuru, it makes sense now. Yeah, so that's that. She has an ability to see the power level of others. That's a nice thing to have. Because it's something we never knew. Who's stronger and why and how, by how much, stuff like that. And she has a little bit of a temper, so if you attack her or you anger her, she will clearly, well, make you regret it, as she did for many characters this time. Talking of which, so they tried to protect Rimuru without checking first what he's doing. I see their point and why, it's a demon lord, so negative and stuff. But that nearly destroyed the village there, because if she would have gone into a frenzy, they would have had no chance of stopping her, as we know now. But instead, if you can't beat them, feed them. So that's what happened. She just got, struck with honey. So he had honey somewhere in the forest. I would have loved if they would have set that up a little bit more. So like that in the last episodes, there would have been like some beehives and they set this up, or we would have someone who's a baker who does very fine honey-coated bread or stuff like that, so that they would have set that up a little bit with some background story in the last episode or two. I mean, it's a very short living thing here, so maybe it is set up in the originals, but not here. So it felt a little bit like he had the solution in hand out of nowhere. You still have to have the idea, no question there. So he convinced her by giving her sweets. That's it, because she still is a little girl somehow, in some way. An incredible, powerful, and a little bit angry little girl, but still a girl. And she likes sweets, so that's how they did it. And then he talked her into being friends and besties in the end, although the besties came from her. I think it is something, it went a bit too fast, in my opinion, but it was good. It was really good. I like it. So I guess it will take some time and they will really grow on each other, and she will learn that there's more in life than just beating up people, which is what she did until now, as it seems. So seeing that, that's a good one. Not talking about the fact that if she would have been clever, she would have just realized, okay, it's honey, I can get it everywhere, I don't have to ally with him or anything, but, well, whatever. Yeah, and then she realizes that thus he is not really wanting to go to be a demon lord, which he has the possibility to, sure, I guess so. That there must be something else in life, and in his life especially, which is entertaining enough not to be a demon lord. So that's why she is like, I want to stay here, I will live here, I will be your bestie. So it is a interesting situation for her, and I guess we will see her in the next episodes learning more about the normal life and what Rimuru is trying to build, and maybe he can convince her to really join in as like on the same level, if you know what I mean. Like not just because of honey and having fun, but like, oh, that feels good, it is the right thing to build up something instead of destroying it. So I'm hoping for that. Gabiru got a little bit smacked because he was stupid and said something to her which he shouldn't, so that's normal. And she did not kill him, so clearly she is already on the way of learning. And they ended it off with kind of a little, it felt a bit like a cliffhanger. The interesting question, what that will mean with the other demon lords. And I agree, thus she is settling down there and is kind of allying with Rimuru and the Alliance. That is something that sends a signal to the world. And if you see what happened in just these, let's say it's weeks there, out of nowhere, there was a new alliance created after a huge army was destroyed, and a demon lord to be, or kind of small demon lord in this moment already, was beaten. The alliance is formed. The next thing that's happening is that the Dwarven Kingdom allies with them as well. And then a very powerful demon lord, which she is, jumps in and allies with them as well. So if you're a major player in the world who is looking what's happening in the world, how are powers developing and changing, so that you are, you know what to do for yourself. I guess most of the demon lords have some kind of small country or anything like that. That is something you will realize, and you will have more than an open eye now. It will be, okay, that's a bit much and a bit fast and possibly dangerous. So I'm pretty sure we will have more countries or characters coming in the next time to find out what the heck is happening. By the way, so 10 times stronger than Rimuru, and he mentioned that the power that he feels from her, the aura to say so, feels comparable to the one of Veridora. So we have at least an idea of a power level that Veridora has, because I'm still waiting for him to pop up again, once this prison is done. So we heard the name of the other demon lords that were in the same room. I guess we will see them pretty soon. And then we will see what's going to happen. That's it from me this time. I hope you liked. I did for sure. Interesting episode. So just brought in a new character and others we've known already. And let's step up from here. Until the next time, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. My name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.